Pop music is different than any kind of music, and it's one of the things I love about what I get to do. I love trying to get into people's vocal patterns, and mindset has to do with it too. And I think pop singers attack music in a different way than a musical theater singer would or an opera singer would, and so I love that kind of stuff, and finding the little technical things to do while still figuring out how to sing a show healthfully 8 times a week, and giving the audience what they want and what they expect from a Carole tune, but also finding our own way into it, so that at the end of the day, it feels authentic, which is, I think, what her music did for people.
I understood how much this music meant to so many people, and of course, when I started doing the show, I mean, my dad was so excited for me, and it sort of reminded me how special this music is to so many people.
Every generation, more or less, will know this music in some context, whether they've heard this, from a soundtrack in a movie that they watched, or they listened to the radio with their grandparents or their parents, or etc. But it's the visceral connection that the people of that generation have with it is the difference.
The crazy thing, though, is that half of the music in the show that she wrote, I was astonished that she wrote. I mean, that's the fun of the show. So the audience comes in, and then they get the sort of delight of all Act One, going, "Wait, she wrote Up on the Roof? Wait, she wrote Locomotion? She wrote some kind of what? She wrote everything. She wrote half of the songs in the '60s that you love. Carole King was behind. So, and if she wasn't, Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil were."
The energy was fantastic, and part of the energy was that we were this insane, young, creative, competitive, loving, dysfunctional family. And we were in one cubicle, and Carole and Jerry were in the next, and we would hear what they were writing, and we would say, "Oh my God, that's so good. We've got to write something better." And they would do the same thing. So it really, it made us write, and it made us experiment, and it made us strive to be better.
I mean, our life was writing songs and then rushing to do a demo of the song, and then waiting to see what record we got, and then once we got the record, wanted to see if it hit the charts, and if it hit the charts, did it move up? I mean, that was continual.
Their music really is so smartly written. The lyrics are so smart and rich and about more than just your usual pop songs are about. So they lend themselves to being in a musical better than another kind of jukebox catalog might. But also, I love that our play really is more of a play with music. Nobody's really singing their feelings to each other in the way that you do in a musical. It really is songwriters writing songs and then singing the lyrics to their songs that Doug McGrath has so cleverly put in the right place, so that we actually end up singing our feelings to each other. What we're singing reflects what we're feeling, but we're not actually singing our feelings like in a musical.
I'm kind of obsessed with the album right after Tapestry right now, and it's fascinating too because I think you see how all the music that happens in this show led to her later music. The title song is a gorgeous song, and it's a pleasure to sing it every night and really try to own it. It's an amazing lyric, and it's just so positive. And after you see the show and you see everything she went through, that she could come away and write a song like that and just be such she's just so bright. She's so open. She's such a light to everybody, and I think her music reflects that. And that's what audiences come away with.